Welcome back to Code 1098 True Crime Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. This week's case takes us to the Texas-Oklahoma border. On July 31st, 2022, Caitlyn Rose Case flew down to her family home in Louisiana from Colorado, where she was currently living, in order to purchase a car. She intended to drive the car back to Colorado after visiting with her family for a few days. On August 4th, Caitlyn set out to start her journey back to Colorado. The next day, in the afternoon of August 5th, Caitlyn had made it to northern Texas. She was struggling with using her GPS for directions and called her father for help. Her father began trying to help her figure out where she was in order to help Caitlyn find her way back to the interstate. Around 5 p.m., the call suddenly dropped. Her father tried the rest of the day to reach her with no success. The next day, her entire family kept trying to reach her by phone. No one could get a hold of Caitlyn after the call dropped. On August 6th, Caitlyn's father reported her missing in Houma, Louisiana. Caitlyn's information was submitted to the NCIC database, and a license plate alert was immediately started in 9 surrounding states. On August 7th, the family learned that Caitlyn's phone had pinged around Hugo, Oklahoma. Hugo is less than 10 miles from the Texas border. Houma police notified the authorities in Oklahoma. They conducted a search of the area where the phone pinged but found no sign of Caitlyn or her vehicle. The following day, on August 8th, Caitlyn's father drove up to Hugo himself to help find his daughter. A few days had passed since the call had dropped. No family or friends had heard from Caitlyn and believed her cell phone was dead or turned off. In the meantime, investigators were working on finding out what other additional cell phone data might help them determine where Caitlyn might be. Caitlyn's family wasn't interested in waiting around to hear from the authorities. Her brother took it upon himself to seek the help of a Best Buy employee in an attempt to use the Find My Phone feature and pinpoint the exact coordinates of Caitlyn's phone. Her brother then tells their father the coordinates. Caitlyn's father immediately contacts authorities, and they all meet at the location of the phone. At the location, there is a drive with a gated entry. Caitlyn's father and authorities gained access to the property. As they traveled further onto the property towards the back, they discovered Caitlyn's brand new car stuck between 2 trees on the banks of the Kiamichi River above a 75-foot drop into shallow waters. It appeared as if someone tried to push it off the cliff into the river, but had gotten stuck between the trees. The car showed no signs of Caitlyn, a struggle, or foul play, but all of her personal items were still in the vehicle. A relative of the property owner offered authorities that the night of August 5th, 2 cars had come speeding down the gated drive and she only seen one leave. She claims that she didn't get a good look at either vehicle. The Oklahoma Bureau of Investigations didn't secure the area as a crime scene. On August 13th, the day after the car was located on private property, the case was officially turned over to the Oklahoma Bureau of Investigations. The family took it upon themselves to organize a search effort with a nonprofit group in order to search the area where her vehicle was found with dogs. The owner's son quickly asked them to leave the property. Authorities were able to obtain additional cell phone data, including calls, pings, and Wi-Fi connections. The records show at the time of the 5 p.m. call that dropped, Caitlyn's phone was located 5 miles south of Bogota, Texas. At 6:10 p.m., Caitlyn's Wi-Fi connects in southeast Cunningham, Texas. Bogota is approximately a 15-minute drive to Cunningham. This area is very rural. Caitlyn's phone stays connected to that Wi-Fi for approximately 49 minutes. A witness did come forward and said that he spoke to Caitlyn. She told him she was lost and he gave her directions. Next, her phone pings around 7 p.m. near Pattonville, Texas. Pattonville is north of Cunningham and just a bit south of Paris, Texas. By 9:17 p.m., a license plate reader captured Caitlyn's car leaving Paris, Texas, going northwest on a local road. That means Caitlyn was in the area for approximately 2 hours. Hugo, Oklahoma, where her car was eventually found, is straight north of Paris, Texas. This is especially interesting because she was seen heading northwest away from the Hugo area, yet that is where her car was found. Caitlyn's family has said there was a 911 call in the area around 10:53 p.m. on the evening of August 5th. No one was dispatched for the call, and the contents of the call have not yet been released. What do you think happened to Caitlyn Rowe's case? What could a person be hiding that they can't risk the police searching the property with dogs? Caitlyn is described as a 34-year-old Caucasian female, 5'5" tall, and weighing around 140 pounds. She had brown hair and brown eyes. Caitlyn has a noticeable mole above her upper lip on the right side. Caitlyn was last seen wearing a black spaghetti strap tank top, blue jeans, and red tennis shoes. Caitlyn has 3 tattoos, a dragonfly on her left foot, a dragon on her rib cage, and a triangle on her back between her shoulders. Anyone with information is asked to contact OSBI, the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, at 580-298-5525, or contact Caitlyn's family at their website, findcaitlyn.com. Thank you for listening to Code 1098. Head over to my Patreon page to join the discussion about this case and others. Until next week.